The following is a DW Ancient Babylon production. The Code of Hammurabi was not the earliest surviving law code. It was predated by the Code of Ur-Nammu, as mentioned earlier, but it was one of the first law codes to place restrictions on what a wronged person was allowed to do in retribution. Earlier Sumerian law codes focused on compensating the victim of a crime, but the Code of Hammurabi instead focused on physically punishing the perpetrator. This code was inscribed on a stele and placed in a public place so that all could see it, although it was thought that few were literate. The stele was later plundered by the Elamites and removed to their capital, Susa. It was rediscovered there in 1901 in Iran and is now in the Louvre Museum in Paris. The 2-meter-high black diorite stele contains about 300 statements, all structured on the same pattern, if, then. For example, if a man creates a robbery in his cot, that man will be killed. While dealing with many areas of life, the entries do not by far cover all possible crimes, and there are even some contradictions. Moreover, the many legal documents of the period, including records of law cases, never make reference to the code. The function of the law code itself has been debated, but consensus is growing that the modern designation of it is wrong. It is not a code of law, but a monument presenting Hammurabi as an exemplary king of justice. He says himself, "May any wronged man who has a case come before my statue as king of justice, and may he have my inscribed stele read aloud to him. May he examine his lawsuit, and may he calm his troubled heart. May he say, Hammurabi provided just ways for the land." During the reign of Hammurabi, Babylon usurped the position of the most holy city in southern Mesopotamia from the city-state Nippur. By the end of his reign, Hammurabi had fundamentally altered the political layout of Mesopotamia. Babylonia was the single great power, surrounded by weak remnants of formerly great rivals, Elam, Eshnunna, and Ashur. Only in western Syria were states such as Yamhad unaffected by his actions. His unification was short-lived, however. Only 10 years after his death, his son, Shamshi-Adad, faced a major rebellion and the empire began to collapse. Hammurabi's ineffectual successors eventually met with further defeats and loss of territory at the hands of the Assyrians, until the kingdom was reduced to the small and minor state it had once been upon its founding. Stability would return, and Babylon would be ruled by kings for the next 155 years until the rise of the Hittite Empire. They would sack the city in 1595 BC and turn over Babylon to their Kassite allies, a people from the Zagros Mountains. We follow the rise and fall of the Hittite Empire in the next episode. Thank you for joining us.